Welcome back. In this video, we are going to edit the card name here and put it into the edit text. And also we are going to add the delete button. And I'd say, yeah, let's get started. So the first thing is that I will need to use a new string, which I'm just going to call delete card. So here, string name will be delete card, which will then just say delete card. All right, so that's a new string that we will require. And then I'm going to also create a new menu. So it's going to be similar to the one where we had menu members. Actually, it's more like this one, add members. And I'm going to call this one menu delete card. All right, let's look at this delete card. So here we have an item in it. And I'm going to give this a new ID. I'm going to call this one delete card. So action delete card. Then the category will stay the same. The text here should be our delete card text that we prepared. And it should also be shown as action always because it's just one item. And of course, I want to use a different vector here because it should be a delete vector. So let's go ahead and create a new vector for this. Therefore, we can just search for delete. I think this one will be good enough for this. So let's use this icon here. And I'm going to call this one IC vector delete 24. There we are. IC vector delete 24 dp. And for some reason it doesn't take it. IC underscore vector delete 24. All right, that's the one. Okay, so this is the icon and the menu button. Now I want to inflate that menu file. So this menu button, so to speak. And that should happen in the card details activity because that's where it should be displayed here, right at the top right corner inside of the menu. So I need to add that there. And in order to inflate it, I need to override a function in here, which is the on create options menu. It's this one here. And there I can go ahead and use the menu inflator to inflate r.menu.menu delete card. I also need to pass in the menu itself. So here I'm going to pass in menu. For now, we're not going to take care of the event that should happen once we click on it, but we just want to display it. On top of that, what we want to display is also the edit text. So I'm just going to set the edit text card details. So this edit text right here, I want to populate it with the same title as we have in the action bar. All right, so basically it's the same thing. So we can just copy this whole part here and set that as text. So it will be import details task list at the task list position and the cards name. And as it seems, it doesn't like the property, so I'm just going to use the set text function here to do pretty much the same thing. We just need to close it at the end, and that seems to work totally fine. So for some reason, it doesn't like me to use the property name directly. All right, so the same goes for the selection. So I will set the selection for my et name card details dot text to string dot length. What that allows me to do is to set the focus directly onto the ending of the length of the text. So at the end of the text pretty much. So this, when I click on it, you can see directly the focus goes over from the left hand side to the right hand side. So that's what I get with this line, with set selections. And then what we can also do, and that is really just necessary if you decided to take the same approach that I do, is that you don't want to load the screen all the time when going back. So only if there were changes made, for example, then you can, of course, also use the approach where you would refresh everything in the onResume function, as we have covered in the last video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement the activity for result approach. So first of all, I need to have a new variable here in my companion object, const val card detail request code, card details request code, which will be an integer, and I'm going to assign 14 to it. And now going back to the start activity for result here, card details, I can now go ahead and not only start the activity, but actually start it for a result. And here I'm just going to use the card details request code as the unique code. And then on activity result, here I will make a small adjustment. So here I don't only want to check the request code equals members request code, but alternatively it should be the request code should be card details request code. All right, so in either case I want to pretty much go ahead and refresh the page. So if the activity result is the result code, and the request code is either members request or card details request code, which means that we either get back from this members activity here and the word changes, or we go back from the cards activity and we made changes. In either case, I want to refresh this page. Otherwise, I don't want to make any changes on this page or on this activity here. All right, for now, let's just test it. Let's keep this video super short so that we still have enough time for longer videos later on where we will, of course, implement the actual functionality behind it, because for now, the only thing that we do is to display the card title name and also display the delete icon at the top right corner. So let's see, board with image. Let's click on random name. We can see it's edited, or it's added in here, it's populated, and we have this delete button as well. All right, so that is it for this video. In the next video, we are going to add some more steps here, which will then allow us to, of course, delete it and also some other settings. So see you in the next video.